Why, hello, everybody. I am Duncan Gaming. That's right, I am Duncan Gaming speaking. And I just wanted to say before we get straight to the video is that, guess what? We made it to 300 subscribers. And OMG, I gotta say is that let's effing go. Like, gotta say, man, this is just amazing that I never even seen this pretty much amount of good subscribing right here. That is just amazing. Like, not only amazing, but something very truly amazing that I've never even seen or noticed. Which, by the way, I do appreciate it so much. Of very much well done, amazing things to say is that thank you so much for literally for 300 subscribers. That actually made my day. Really made my entire YouTube channel amazing. Which, at least I have to say, it's not that bad, but it's doing pretty absolute amazing. That I could really be so honored for actually making this channel. Really appreciate it. Like, even though this is just only the Team Fortress 2 community slash Total Drama community, really appreciate it. Which, by the way, it's actually pretty true that it's only pretty much to be so, which is supposed to be half Team Fortress 2 community and, of course, half Total Drama community, which, of course, I'm just adding a bit of half and half, just on different sides of different communities, which, even though it's just pretty bit of a cool thing and, a bit well done exactly, which is supposed to be pretty cool and all, so that's what it was supposed to be cool about and amazing about. But you know me exactly, it's just pretty cool. Like, very amazing and well done. So, just wanted to say is thank you guys so much for this amazing opportunity for 300 subscribers. Really could have not done this without anybody subscribing and without anybody at least. So, anyway, all I wanted to say is thank you. Thank you so much. And also, by the way, I actually did want to make a few bit of announcements that I just wanted to say is that, well, at least a bit with the season about to come to an end in season 3, which also I actually am working on with a bit of a few eliminations. That is going to be a bit possible to see who might get eliminated in Total Drama World Tour Simulator, which also it is still pretty bit well done a little bit that there's like 3 guys left and 2 girls left, which they're pretty much the characters are only left in the show to whoever who wins the money and the $1,000,000 after season 3 is finally just finished. Then season 4 can be arised and of course will be actually be somewhat released by Chris or Chef if it's up to their decision to do that, which that's going to be a bit of a long wait for that and a bit of a long time to do that. If they ever do announce it, that's when they get to announce it. So that's just like their decision, just their decision. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to point out for that reason, and that's all I wanted to actually be saying so about that. And for those who are actually excited to see who wins the $1,000,000, then I'd probably say the same thing too, exactly. Like I said, I might only be watching the entire season, all the way to the finale as myself as Duncan Gaming, but, that's all I wanted to say. And of course, my reaction to that. But, just fair as enough. Fair enough. Which, at least I'm still going to return back to my red team, at least, back to my red team's base, which, I might still appear to their base a little bit if I actually do make another video for that. Which, that's when I'm going to make my return and make my full comeback and return to the base. Which, that's what I'm going to do often and pretty much. Now, I haven't said anything to my red team about when I actually was in, like, in Total Drama World Tour Simulator, the Aftermath show, which I was at that show for a bit of the Aftermath, which I probably couldn't return back because Chris, unfortunately, wanted me to be there with Jeff and Bridget, so that's pretty much exactly the Aftermath show. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about, and that's all I wanted to say for that, and much more. And the only thing I probably am ever working on with more projects is that, well, The only things I'm kind of working on by any chance right now is just finishing with like a bit of like, a bit with like the police officers and Commissioner Engineer Gordon talking to Bat Soldier Man and Scout Robin and Night Sniper Wing about like the very great job that they were taking down Two-Face Medic and having a strong Bane and pretty much Two-Face Medic's thugs a little bit, trying to beat them up and just send them to jail by the police. So yeah, that's just what I'm working on with that too, and just having that finished. Because once I have it finished, then they pretty much would have been invited exactly to a party, which, it's just pretty much more of a dinner party, I think. They were just going to be invited for a dinner party for and all of that. Which, I'm still working on the very interesting series. I'm still working on with like a bit of a series I was working on with. It's more likely called a bit of Team Fortress 2, X, the Batman series, or DC, or a little bit. This is just only a bit of like the Team Fortress version of it exactly, which is supposed to be an interesting names, like Mason Anderson, and of course, with other names exactly that remains and relates to the Anderson family, which, I don't want people to get confused about saying is like, oh, isn't he supposed to be Bruce Wayne? Well, the answer is that no. It's supposed to be an alternative version of Bruce Wayne, which it's supposed to be called Mason Anderson. Like it's the Anderson family. Get it? Like when there's an N and then there's an Anderson in it. So I just described it and said, I was like, you know what? Let's just go with a name that no one has used an interesting A for once for that one. So I decided, I was like, you know what? Let's just go with Anderson because I mean, why not? So anyway, that's all I wanted to point out, and that's all I wanted to explain with everybody about. For those who would have not gotten confused about the word about saying is like, oh, why are you like calling him like Mason Anderson besides Bruce Wayne? Well, it isn't Bruce Wayne. It's just Mason Anderson and pretty much the Anderson family. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to point out, and that's all I wanted to say, and that's just that. And here's what I'm going to say about my return is that, well, what about my return when I come back for the red team a little bit, back in the red team's base? Let's just say when I might return, I think the only thing I might ever return back is that whenever season 3's over, or in fact, if season 3 is finished, or maybe something else of a different project, or the unfinished with the blue team and green team facing off in battle, that's when I might return back or something, or that might be up to my decision. Because, I think I was supposed to be in a taxi a little bit for a while to get a taxi and just, you know, like the taxi driver might send me all the way back to 2 Fort and just pretty much like get to see a bit of the red team a little bit and see how they're doing, just to check up on them since I haven't really been checking on them almost likely. Since, of course, my past leader, by the way, was actually just seeing how they're doing and just like checking out some stuff. So that's when I might inform my past self, past Duncan Gaming. So there you go. And without that being said, I wanted to say this is thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. And I know it's early to have the 300 subscribers anyway, but I do again want to appreciate everyone for subscribing. And it's been amazing for most likely for anybody to, subscribe to my gaming channel, my Duncan Gaming channel, of course, which by the way, it was supposed to be called a Total Drama channel, which, it's with the TD exactly. So pretty much. And, this is just like I said, it's only about like Team Fortress slash Total Drama because this is only just about a Total Drama and TF2 community. It's supposed to be half Team Fortress 2 community and half Total Drama community. And of course, like different series community and stuff, which, it's supposed to relate different stuff. Even if it is a little bit different to switch things around, then yes, it's supposed to kind of switch around with that. Which, most of those will be in the future, and most of that will continue in the future, for furthermore and further noticed, and pretty much more and other stuff. Even it comes to the playlist, which, that's what I might still work on a little bit. Which I might still work on a little bit with, like, with the Team Fortress 2 X Batman or XDC series that I might work on with a playlist, which I might have to play a little with the playlist, but hey, at least I'll just see what I can do, just to see what I can do. But anyways, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and totally appreciate it. And actually, thank you all so much for 300 subscribers. It really means a lot to me, and it really actually gives me a lot of perspective and keeps me going and keeps me continue making videos every day and night. So hopefully you guys appreciate it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this. Really appreciate that. So anyway, like that being said, I'll see you guys soon enough, absolutely next time. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way you will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. So anyways, I'm Duncan Gaming, and I'll pretty much be sure to see you absolutely next time. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon enough later and next time. So see you later. Goodbye. And without that being said, and like always, see you absolutely in the next video. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoy the final last of Season 3 of Total Drama World Tour season to be finished, of Season 3 being finished, which I hope that you guys are exactly excited to see how it comes to a finish and end, a burning glory end, exactly of the entire end being finished, for whoever wins the $1 million, for whoever has never won the season in the simulator kind, but you know me exactly, we'll see what happens, for which is going to pretty much happen soon enough. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and totally appreciate it. So with that being said, I'll see you absolutely in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and we'll see you soon enough absolutely in the next video. Ta-ta, and see you next time. And the rest of everything else will resume after the entire thing is over. So anyway, that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now. See you later, and sign off.